understand that concept of lost generation. What is a lost generation?
No, I feel like they are working hard, young people, but at the same time, there's no one to guide them. That's why along the way they despair, and they go to Abonyaup, they lose hope in everything in the spectrum of their life. But if they have a mentor, someone who have walked the generation before, would able to advise that person and tell, no, this is the way to go. I'm saying along the way they lose courage, they despair.
Okay.
And that makes them to be like a lot of people, then they're not productive anymore.
I get you now, because I was getting a bit worried. But anyway, you are speaking about the importance of getting a mentor, and a lot of people do encourage people to get mentors. But now the question is, I am sitting somewhere in a township.
Yes.
I'm a young person, I'm in a township, and I hear you talking about the importance of getting a mentor. You must be mentored so that you can be able to have people who have walked the journey before you. But how do I get a mentor? What do I do? How do I get a mentor? How did you get your mentor?
Remember, Doc, once you are there in a rural area or in the township, you spend most of the time, 80% of your time you spend them with teachers. You are agreeing with me?
Yeah.
That's the 80% of your time you spend. Remember, if you are there, secondly, that our parent, maybe it might happen you don't have parents. It might happen you are living with your granny or you are living with your uncles and so forth. But 80% of your time you spend it in school. And those people who are giving you academics, you can still ask them, what must I do if things are like this? They can still mentor you, they can still direct you. You don't need someone from university to come be your mentor. You don't need someone from a different area to come be in your mentor. But you have people whom are there, who are teaching. Although it might happen, remember, although it might happen, you want to be mentored that this person doesn't know. But a mentor will always refer you to someone and say, no, my child, I know there is this person who can help you in this regard. So 80% you spend your time at school. So those are your parents. So you need to request advice from them. And if they don't have advice to give you, they must refer you to another person. Because where you come from in that area, you have an uncle who migrated to capital cities, maybe migrated to Joburg, maybe migrated to Cape Town or Durban. But at the same time, when they migrated, they didn't even finish school. Maybe they were still doing their grade 8 and something. And you are the only one in the family who is doing grade 12. So who are your mentors? Your mentors are those people that are in school, are your teachers. You have a right to request from teachers. Teachers, they have a right to guide you, and if they can't guide you, they can refer you to a particular person.
A lot of us do not realize how many people are willing to be mentoring others. Sometimes the problem that people have is that they don't live up to the expectations that they had agreed upon in the beginning, that if you want me to mentor you to this direction, then this is how we have to do it. Then the second thing is that sometimes they get mentors, but the mentorship relationship dies over time. How do you keep the mentorship relationship alive?
I believe you always seek guidance from that particular person, and then once you have that relationship of seeking guidance to that particular person, that relationship will never die, because you are always referring to this person, and that person he have agreed to mentor you, and is always giving you guidance. But the second point that we are raising is that people don't live up to the the expectation that you asked me to mentor you, but now you're not doing what you are supposed to do. Bear in mind that you are dealing with different minds, and the way you think now, it's not the same way you were thinking when you were still in grade 8. It might happen I mentor you in a high expectation of doing what you're supposed to do. And you find that your mind is not matured in that aspect to receive what I'm telling you. You agree with me?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say, in order to keep the relationship, you need to always refer to your mentor. Secondly, you need to make sure that even people they don't live up to 100% of the expectation that you are mentoring them. Obviously, they won't live up to every day because they still have their own life to run. But you need to understand and analyze their mind, their way of thinking of, are they matured enough to receive what I'm telling them? Is he matured or she matured enough to receive what I'm telling them? Would he able to comprehend what I'm telling? Or I need to go deep and explain things. The way I talk to my sister children, it's not the same way when I talk to you. Because I can say something that I know I Dr. got it, but when you talk to those children, you need to start from the from the ground.